What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another episode on this Banshee shifter cart project that I'm doing. So today, super excited, we're finally going to take the engine out of the Banshee here and go ahead and put it into the shifter cart, hopefully get it mounted up and figure out how we're doing that. If you guys didn't watch the last video, I kind of went over everything we're going to be doing on this project. So if you haven't checked that out, I'll have it linked at the end of this video. But I have a lot of work to do today, so I'm going to go ahead and get to work. Alright guys, well I haven't actually taken the engine out of a Banshee before, but it looks like it shouldn't be too hard here. All I should have to do is remove the seat and then take off the carb, and then there's a few engine mounts around here, and then obviously I'll have to remove the exhaust, and then that should be everything. Alright, and all we have here holding on the carb is just a hose clamp. Alright guys, well I decided to take the levers off as well just because it looked like they were going to be in the way. And there's a few more things here that I forgot to mention earlier. The chain needs to come off, and then just some other small things that'll be in the way. And whatever this spacer was to hold the silencer to the expansion chamber was all messed up. Alright guys, so there's a few more things before we can take the engine out. So there's an engine mount here in the back, one engine mount in the front, and then we'll have to remove the clutch cable here, and then our spark plug caps, and then there's two more bottom engine mounts that are under there that I'm not going to be able to show on camera, but I'll go ahead and remove those real quick as well. Okay guys, well I was trying to pull the engine out, and it was actually hitting on the petcock on the bottom of this gas tank here, because I have a bracket here that I can't get past, so I gotta go up. So what I'm gonna have to do is just go ahead and pull the gas tank off. Okay guys, well we got the engine out and overall it looks pretty good. I don't know if you guys saw when I was taking the chain off, but there's an actual big crack here in the case. It doesn't look like it's affecting anything, but the chain probably flew off at one point and just took out the side of the case here. So something we'd probably want to fix at some point, but not an immediate thing. And then spray paint. It looks like the owner thought it'd be a good idea to spray paint this thing, and it's just not staying on there at all and looks like crap. So probably just clean that off at some point. And then the engine mounts here, what's nice about these engine mounts is they actually have vibration dampeners built into them, so we don't need to worry about that as much on this engine. So that is good. The only other thing I really see that's going to be a problem here is this engine. The shifter cart frame is meant for a 125 engine. This engine is much wider, and then the mounting points are a little bit higher, so we're going to have to raise those up as well. So it's going to be a little tricky to get it in. But let me go show you the cart and I'll show you what I'm thinking for that. Alright guys, well here's the cart. In the last video I talked about potentially mounting the engine up here where the gas tank is, just to have the weight centralized. But a lot of you guys said it'd probably be a lot easier to do it back here, and I agreed with that just because you'd have the chain coming through here. So I'm probably going to do it back here, but there's a lot of modifications that are going to be need to be made for this, and there might be a clearance issue with the seat. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just take some measurements right now and get this seat out of the way. Alright guys, well what needs to happen here based on the measurements I just took is both of these mounts are going to need to be widened and then also raised up a little bit. So I'm just going to do this with some pretty basic just flat bar steel here to start out, and then I can make it more structural as I go on. But I'm just going to go ahead and get cutting and welding. Alright guys, well I got the front engine mounts here all tacked into place, ready to test fit the engine. The only thing I have to do before that is go ahead and remove this right rear seat mount here, just because it's in the way. I'm probably going to have to move it over 3, maybe 4 inches, which should be good just because the Banshee engine's a lot heavier than the engine that this chassis was meant for, so it'll be good to offset that weight a little bit anyways. So I'll go ahead and cut this off, and then we'll go ahead and test fit the engine. Alright guys, and I actually forgot, I'm gonna round these edges off here to make it look like this, just so these can fit in the case better. Alright guys, well it is the next day and got the engine mounted up in the front. But actually, as you can see, it's just super big. So it's pretty far back over the back axle here. But what's actually nice about how I mounted it is it's on this detachable mount here. So this top mount, the reason why I built off of this is because it can actually detach and move up here. So what I'll probably be doing is moving this up here farther. And then, as you can see, if I move it farther, I'm gonna have clearance issues with like my leg going to the pedal. So I'll need to actually extend the frame a little bit to fit it in there. And then after I get the front end up there a little bit farther, I can go ahead and figure out the back end mounts. And for the next video, I need to order probably the exhaust system for the engine that I'm gonna be using, and then a sprocket and a chain, and hopefully get all that lined up and figured out. And then also some longer radiator hoses. Probably thinking of mounting the radiator over here. So, all right guys, well that is gonna be it for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Got a ton of awesome stuff coming on this project, as well as the YZ250 project if you've been following that. So make sure to have your post notifications on, and I'll see you guys in the next video.